Well, good evening. My name is Michael Miller, and I'm here joined with Aaron Miller,
Hello.
and we're here with Discerning the Faith Ministries, and we wanted to give you a little bit of an update. Typically, we send out our typical kind of newsletter, and we let you know about what's going on. But we thought that tonight we might actually do something a little bit different, and we hope to do it each month. Come on and just give you an update about what's going on. So, what have we been up to?
Well, in the last few months, we've sent out a bunch of kits for Susanna Project. We've been partnering with Mission to the World. They had asked us to supply kits for 6 pastors in Senegal. Well, actually, was that Mission to the World?
Yeah,
Fully?
they were both.
Both. Okay. And then we sent a huge package of 14 kits to Sierra Leone. Those ones were English, the other ones were French. Senegal
Yes,
was French, and
yes, that's right.
Sierra Leone was English. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and thanks to our partners over at the, we'll just call them the French publisher.
yeah, Daniel over at the French publisher.
Yeah. So because of that, and the partnership we have with them for the French resources, we were able to send 6 of them
Hmm.
to Senegal, which adds, I think, what's that total for French? 8, maybe. Maybe it's just
Um,
7.
7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got 7 out in French, and because of our partners on the English kits, we've got, I've even lost
It's about 20 now.
20. Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully more.
Yep.
So, those of you who are not familiar with the Susanna Project, part of our ministry, and we're talking about kits, we've got one here. So, if you can see it on the camera. But this is the full kit. This is what we refer to. Of course, the key thing in that is the Kindle, which has all the different books on it that we're talking about. So most of you are probably familiar with the Kindle, and we put in these nice little cases that the pastors can use, prop up, read, study while they're studying God's Word and preparing for sermons and things.
That's
Uh,
actually a new upgrade.
that is.
We just put those on the ones that went to Sierra Leone.
Yeah, that's right. So we're always looking for ways to upgrade and to make things better, right? From an equipment perspective and from our library,
Right.
always looking to be able to do that. So we had an opportunity, found some new equipment, so we did that. Um, Same for the cases too, right?
Yeah, those cases are new from the other bulkier pack that we had sent before.
Right. Um, let's see. We also did some upgrades to the power banks, right? So
Yep, that's in that currently as our demo. That's the old one. We have a new thin line
yep.
kind of one.
And the battery technology is always getting better.
Right.
They're always looking to improve this, obviously, to get as much as you can out of a battery, whether that's for the device itself, right? Your iPhone battery, same type of battery that's charging these, charging the power banks. They're always looking for ways to improve that for the commercial market. So,
Right. And we actually did a test as we were getting the ones ready for Sierra Leone, and the battery packs can recharge the Kindle 3.5 times. I
yeah,
think it was 3.5 times,
about 3.5 times. Yeah,
which means that's close to 3 months of battery life
yeah,
for the
depending on
Kindle.
how often they use it.
Yep.
So, of course, we hope they're using them a lot.
Yeah, it could only last them a month and a half or so if
Yeah,
they're on it all the time. Which we know some of them are preaching and doing a lot of teaching from their Kindles. have been some of the updates that we've gotten.
That's right. Yeah, really good news. We're really glad to be hearing whenever we get feedback from the field, people actually using these. We're also going to be doing some testing on some other things, like those who are out in the middle of nowhere, who are not given access to electricity. It's a little noisy. There has been great advances in the use of portable solar panels. So we're actually testing a couple of these versions to see which ones are the best, can hold up to different conditions, whether that's a more desert type climate where it's really sandy, or you're talking about a very humid climate like in
Right.
Haiti or somewhere else.
Right.
So we're going to be testing a couple of these to see which ones have the best charge, which ones can do it the fastest, which ones are a little more efficient. So always fun for me.
Yes, it just means he's going to require us to do some travel.
That's right. So that's some of the things we've been up to. What else have we been up to?
Let's see. We went to Nashville. We were at the Founders Conference and Southern Baptist Convention.
That's right. Yeah, we were at the 1-day Founders Conference, right? We helped sponsor that.
Yes.
Had a booth. Hopefully some of you who are watching or will watch will remember meeting us there and talking to us about the ministry. And then we were at the Southern Baptist Convention itself, which was the next 2 days after that. And we're not going to talk about the details of that on this
No.
program.
No.
Not in this update. You can watch the podcast, and we'll talk a little bit about that during the next podcast episode, which will happen.
When it happens.
That's right, at some point.
Life hasn't been busy at all.
No, we haven't been busy at all. We just sit around here and,
Twiddle our thumbs?
that's right, talk like this. So,
No.
so we do want to show you a brief video that talks a little bit about what we're doing in Senegal, and just give you an idea, if you're not familiar with Susanna Project, what that's all about. So let's go ahead and we're going to roll that video. So that gives you a little bit of idea what we're doing in different countries around the world. Senegal in particular, we put that together right after or right before we went to Senegal,
Yeah.
and Aaron's tearing up a little bit.
I get a little emotional with that. That was each of those faces and people mean so much. Knowing that they're able to go out even and have a better understanding of scripture, going out and teaching their congregations, and that their joy in getting those Kindles is immense. And that we're able to do that through partnership with other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when we started this, we recognized that there were pastors around the world who didn't have access to just the most basic books that most pastors here in the U.S. and most Western countries take for granted.
Yeah.
I mean, right here, even now, we're actually surrounded. You can't see it, but we're actually surrounded by a lot of books.
Hundreds of books.
Hundreds of books, yes. My library, which
Yeah.
includes commentaries, systematic theologies. It has Greek and English parallel Bibles, the original text, different
Bible translations.
translations, topical books on all different types of things, right? And there's a lot of pastors around the world who don't even have a single commentary set, right? Like, I mean, even like the most, basic commentary,
Right.
right? Or let's take,
Even a study Bible. They don't have one of those unless it's been given to them. They have whatever Bible they can get their hands on if they have one. We learned that some of these pastors, they become Christians and become pastors, and then they have a Bible that they're sharing with 5 or 6 other pastors throughout the week. They're going somewhere and they're copying the text, and then they're going back to their villages.
mhm.
So they don't even have a Bible to take with them. So that's something that we're providing. A couple of Bibles on the Kindles, plus the commentaries and even study guides to help them study books of the Bible with the resources that we're giving. And partnering with like Mission to the World and some of these other organizations, they're putting on their own study materials because they are using these as a way to equip them and help them continue their studies as they're there on the ground with them.
Right. Yeah, and that's an important inspat. I can't talk tonight.
It's late.
It's an important part of the ministry is we're all about partnering.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just going around, and we don't want to just start handing these out to anybody. Our goal and our model of our ministry is to actually partner with missions organizations that are on the ground already,
Mm-hmm.
that are there in the country, that have built relationships with different pastors that are there, that are some of them who have a formal training centers. And we want to equip them, right?
Right.
So if you're watching this and you are involved in missions, if maybe you're running a missions training center over in a country, then we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to talk about how we can partner and how we can get really good resources in your hands. And maybe a point of clarification, we actually don't sell these. These are actually gifted to the pastors through donations, through generous donors that have said that they believe in what we're doing and believe that it's important. So, and we're always looking for people to help, people that are share our vision and our goals of being able to equip pastors with good, sound theological resources. So, if that's your passion too, then we'd love to be able to partner with you and talk to you more about some of the needs that we have, because we want to send, I think 100 was our goal this year.
It was.
So we've got 25 that are out.
75 more to go.
Right. So that's our goal, and obviously we can't do that without partnering with people who are wanting to give financially towards this.
Right. Yeah, and we've got the cost through partnerships with publishers and that down to a very, very reasonable price. You think of some of the systematic theology books or the commentaries, and they're in the $30-$40 range. And we are able to put those books on there for about $5 a book, and that's in either language. So, and we're working on hopefully getting that, I wouldn't say necessarily down more, but able to get the other languages such as Spanish or German, and that I think we had some questions about Arabic, and
Yeah, and
we've always got questions about different languages. It's just really hard with how the publishing works.
and Chinese
Yes.
we've talked about as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, when you think about the fact that a systematic theology can be anywhere from $30 to $50 per book, and we're able to get everything down to about $5 a book to include, that's with the kit,
That's the whole kit.
everything.
Yeah,
right?
Well,
So
compilation of it, many books for $5 a book.
that's right.
Yeah.
So we've tried to make it a reasonable price, a reasonable cost, and we're always looking for ways to get that down
Right.
even more. So, well, so that's an update for you. That's what we've been up to. We have some things coming up,
We
right?
do. Yeah. We will be traveling for the ministry the end of September, going to Atlanta.
And
for
what is in
drum
Atlanta?
roll. For G3 conference. This will be our third year having a booth and being a sponsor at G3 conference.
That's right. So G3 conference, big event, always been a big event for us. That's September
29th.
29th, the 30th,
Yeah.
and the 1st of
Right.
October. Hard to believe it's already almost September and October. I mean, we have. That's right. So, if you haven't registered for G3, I don't know what your problem is. You need to go register for G3 conference. So go to g3conference.com, register to go to G3 conference, and when you're there, make sure you stop by and you come see our booth, right?
Yes.
We
Yep.
got a lot of things we want to do. We're going to do some live broadcasts there. So if you're not able to make it for some reason, make sure you tune in to our social media, to YouTube. We'll be broadcasting live there. We're hoping to do some interviews with some people.
Raise some money.
That's right.
Always trying to raise some money so we can send these kits out. We have pastors waiting. They're on lists. We get emails asking, how do we get these to our pastors for ministries? Especially some of these missionaries that are over there saying, my budget can't afford to get one of these, but I have pastors who need them.
Right. So make sure you come and check us out at G3. A lot of good speakers that I hear that are all lined up for that. Go take a look at their website. That's g3conference.com. And hope to see you there.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, we're going to do more of these. Hopefully you'll see more of us. We try to get on the video as much as we can, but, we're keeping busy. This is, So
Yeah.
with that being said, I think we'll go ahead and sign off here, and we'll look to see you next time.
Or at G3.
Yeah, that's right. All right.